Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings, aka Cam Facts, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Action Takers Club. This is a little show that I do here on Mondays and Fridays, and the whole goal is this is an hour-long show. And we're going to be setting a timer here, okay? We're going to set a timer. But the whole goal of this show is to move your business forward, all right? The whole goal of this show and I'm not sure if you can see me or not, but if you can see me right now, my computer just went a little haywire. I don't know what it did. It acted weird. So if you lose me here, it's just because my computer is acting kind of weird tonight for some reason. But anyways, guys, look, the Action Takers Club is all about taking action. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take action for an hour. Okay. Today, at this time that you guys are catching me, what I really need to do, I'll show you my list. But what I'd like to get done here's what we're gonna do. Let's set our timer first. We got it for 60 minutes. Boom. All right. The 60 minutes has started. Action Takers Club in effect. All right, guys, check it out. The diva is here, and I'm hardcore action taker. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so great. Let's go ahead and take some action, guys. This show, the Action Takers Club, it's not really about me explaining a bunch of stuff to you guys. It's not really about giving you a bunch of examples and stuff. This is really about you guys watching me move my business forward. The idea is to inspire you to move your businesses forward. Heck, maybe you can let this play in the background while you're working on your own business. You know what I mean? That's what this is about. Action Takers Club. Let's get going. All right. So let me go ahead. And the first thing I want to do is I want to share my screen with you. Okay. And I'll tell you something. You know what I should do? I'm not gonna do that right now, but I'll tell you something. So here's what I want to get done this hour. All right, I got an hour to get this done. I've actually had a pretty busy day. I've gotten a lot done today, but here are 3 things that I haven't done yet. I've kind of been neglecting these things. Well, this Medium articles thing, I've been kind of neglecting it all week. Well, not all week, but because this is the beginning of the week, right? This is Monday, but I've been neglecting this for a few days. I want to get 5 comments on Medium articles today because Medium's a funny thing. The way Medium works is on Medium, your posts, like when you engage with other people's work on Medium, your post actually counts as an individual piece of comment. Your content, your comment on someone else's work actually counts as an individual piece of content. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And this, when you post frequently on Medium, when you comment on other people's work frequently on Medium, this, I believe, engages the algorithm. This triggers the algorithm to kind of promote your stuff a little bit more to other people. I believe this because I've been testing on Medium for months, and I've noticed the difference between when I engage with other people's content and when I don't. So I want to make sure that's just a little bit of insight into why it's important to me to comment on other people's work on Medium. But I've actually found a cool way to take advantage of this because even though, commenting on other people's work, especially if it's meaningful comments, because meaningful comments actually get people to pay attention to you. You see, people on Medium are actually very, very involved in the comment section of posts. And when you comment something in a meaningful way, maybe add your 2 cents to what they're saying in the post, then what happens is a lot of other people click through your comment to your profile. And this gets you more traffic. And I've actually found a really cool way to take advantage of this whole comment thing on Medium. And the reason why is because even though Medium, by commenting on Medium, it can get you followers and it can get you engagement. But you can't get paid on Medium from responses, from comments. Okay, you can only get paid from actual posts that you make, publish. So I found this kind of cool way to do reaction posts where basically I take my comment that I left on someone else's post and I'll take that comment and I'll actually kind of expand upon it and make it into my own Medium post. And I'll show you if I have time today. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So, anyways, I'm gonna get this stuff done. Let's you'll see what I'm talking about when I get into this. Then the other thing is I got this Medium Money project I want to get out. It's a newsletter. I want to get it out by the 28th. It's the 12th right now. I want to go ahead and set up the funnel for that today. I don't need to actually create the pages. I mean, I just want to create the pages. You know what I mean? I don't have to actually design the pages and how they're going to, I just want to get them created and have the whole funnel created and in place today. And it'll be ready for me to adjust and move around and stuff in the future. But today I'd like to get these three things done is what I'd like to do. So let me go ahead. Oh, and I'll tell you guys what I usually do when I'm not like doing a video like this with you guys. What I'll generally do is I'll pull up like Spotify, and you see lately I've been listening to Eminem and I've been going through his entire catalog. This is what I do on Spotify. This is my thing on Spotify. I'll just like I'll pick an artist and I'll just start at the beginning, and I'll just like maybe it'll take me a few weeks and I'll just work through their entire catalog. But the thing about it, guys, is that's only when I'm doing brainless work, right? I can't listen to music like this when I'm doing work that requires my thought, right? Now, when we're talking about commenting on Medium and we're talking about things like that, I can't listen to music like this. The kind of music I listen to at that point, I'll come over here. I listen to a lot of rock music. I listen to a lot of hip hop music. I listen to a lot of different kinds of things, but I'll listen to like you know what I like? I like to listen to hip hop beats when I'm doing work that requires brain power, because of the fact that it's pretty simple, it's not too complex, and my mind's not thinking about what's happening in the music. It's just kind of like, you know, and I can let you guys listen to what I'm talking about, but I find this to work pretty good for let me stop sharing my screen so I can share my sound with you, and you'll see this is the kind of stuff I would usually listen to if I'm not doing a video like this. I'll just put this on and it's just like music, right? And that might be different for everybody, you know, but I'll put that on. There's no lyrics, right? It's just the beats. I'm not gonna play this today, but normally that's what I would do, guys. When I'm working, I would do that. I'm not gonna do it today because I'm talking to you guys while I'm working. But that's what I kind of do. I can't listen to lyrics because my mind will be distracted. You know, if I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing, I can't be listening to lyrics. I'll be thinking about the lyrics. I'm a thinker, you know. I'll think about things at an in-depth level, and I just can't like focus on what I'm doing when I got other complex things happening around me. So, anyways, let's get into this, man, because what we got to do now is we got to do 5 comments on Medium articles. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you how to use this content. And let me show you how powerful this. Well, you know what? Let me show you how powerful this can be. All right. So if I go to stats, right, we can see my views on Medium here. And we can see, let's see if I've only been using this for a few months, so I'm not like a Medium, like complete expert or whatever. But let's see. Where was I? What was I looking for? Yeah, somewhere. Oh, here it is. So this is stories, right? This is responses. You see all these numbers here? These are basically saying like, and I'm not going to get into a bunch of teaching. We're going to take some action here, but these are basically telling me how many people have viewed my articles, how many people have read them. You know, what's the read ratio? The read ratio is the view versus read. View means they've opened up the article. Read means they've actually read it to the bottom. Okay. And that's what this is. So when we look on here, we see this is, you know, some stats for articles that I've written. Responses, we see another set of stats, and we see these are responses, and we see these are measured as well. The reason why this is significant is because your responses, they're basically their own content. They're their own piece of content, right? And they're their own piece of content that can be measured by the Medium algorithm. And when it sees that your responses are getting a lot of attention, that's going to trigger the algorithm to kind of promote you a little bit more, if that makes sense. So what I'm saying is your responses are significant. So when you do responses on Medium, they're just as important as, the posts that you write. You can actually get traffic and attention based on your responses. So it's pretty neat. And we see every once in a while a response will really pop off here, and people will really resonate with it. So it just kind of depends. I've only been using Medium for a few months, so I'm not some kind of Medium expert, but I'm learning a lot about this platform. It's got a lot of potential, and I think it's really cool. So, anyways, let's get back. We got to get some action done instead of me just talking. Oh, look at this. It's the end of Medium as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. All right, let's get into it. All right. It's the end of Medium as we know it, and I feel fine. The good, the bad, and the ugly about Medium's current state and future. Okay, first of all, I love this song from REM. Hey, I do too. It's a great song. That's why I use the apocalyptic opening lyrics to create some tension and excitement. However, what I'm about to reveal will be shocking. It's for all who think they are doing something wrong, who feel what's bad, annoyed, or frustrated about their current situation on Medium. Fewer reads, lower views, lower income. Some are even thinking of hanging up their proverbial keyboard. Oh boy, do I hear you loud and clear. Something is definitely off. No need to scratch your head anymore. Let's dig a bit deeper and talk about the good, the bad, and ugly in regard to Medium. Before I go any further, I want you guys to know if you're on this platform, you can come up here and it'll literally tell you how long of a read this is going to be. We can see this is going to be a 9-minute read. You can actually, if you don't want to read it, you can just click this button and it'll actually read it for you.
It's the end of Medium as we know it, and I feel fine. The good, the bad, and the ugly about.
I mean, it's kind of a, funky computer voice, but I mean, still, it's kind of a neat little feature. Anyways, let's go ahead. Disturbing data points. I'm about to share some data. Now, what I like to do, guys, is I like to have a little notepad, and I'll just talk about some points along the way. Ha, clever title. I like REM as well. Great band. My favorite record by them was New Adventures in Hi-Fi. All right. All right. Let's see what she's saying here. No worries. It's a digest based on my own research and stories I read from fellow writers about the current situation. Hopefully, it will help you to get the bigger picture and understand that it's not your fault. You're doing nothing wrong. Your stories don't suck. Now, this is interesting to me. Before I go any further, this is a 9-minute read. And what I notice is there's no table of contents here. So I want to say that right off the bat. Really quick. You considered using that TOC Google Chrome extension? I just asked because I noticed that this was a fairly long article and I thought it would have been cool to have a table of contents. I can't remember what it's called. Let's see. TOC Medium. That's the name of it. TOC Medium. All right. TOC called TOC Medium. Anyways, if you don't use something like that on purpose, Love to know why. I haven't been on Medium as long as you, and just curious. Learning. All right, cool. So let's move on. All right, so cool. Um, Unfortunately, Medium doesn't publish any stats or data. Although most writers would love to get more insight, they hate being left in the dark as to what's really going on. I found the post on stats by Medium founder Ev Williams, where he proudly shares that 2020 was one of Medium's fastest growing years ever. From 2013 to 2020, Medium has steadily and then rapidly grown over a long period of time. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right, guys? Because of the pandemic, 2020, I think a lot of people were spending a lot more time online. So that's kind of what happened there. A lot of people experienced growth in 2020. I don't think that, see, here's the thing. A lot of people experienced growth in 2020. I don't think that, people should gauge growth based on 2020. And that's the interesting thing about a lot of businesses. Businesses want to experience growth every single year. That's how they gauge their success or failure, based on their growth every year. But the problem is, when you have something like, like the pandemic hit, that's creating like this, what do you call it? That's creating this abnormal situation. So it's almost like you got to throw 2020 out when it comes to growth. You got to take your growth in 2019 and throw out 2020, and you can't expect 2022 numbers to reflect 2020. It doesn't make any sense. That's my opinion on it. I mean, I think growth in a lot of industries, especially online industries, were affected. I mean, you look at Netflix; they're experiencing the exact same problems. Disney Plus experiencing the exact same problems. Of course, they're experiencing the exact same problems. People watched a lot more streaming services during the pandemic, and now they're not doing it as much. It's going back to normal numbers. So this doesn't really surprise me at all. Fast forward to today, the picture has changed. Medium is going down day by day, the second by second. Yes. Medium highly benefited from the pandemic. Yeah, exactly. It flourished to an all-time high, and then the downward spiral began. I don't know that it's a downward spiral, right? I think it's more like, it's probably going to be back down to where it was, before the pandemic. The corona restrictions have been lifted in many countries. This certainly plays a big role. More events are taking place again. People prefer to be outside rather than at home. Medium's traffic dropped substantially from 90 million views during the height of the pandemic to 22 million views. I don't know that is exactly. I don't know that that's exactly true. I don't know that's exactly true. I don't. That's interesting. Those are SEM Rush numbers. I don't know that's exactly true. 27. This is interesting because 27 million views a month. Okay, so it's 127 million views a month. I'm interested to know how those views are measured on SEM Rush. Because if you look at SimilarWeb, you see that Medium's getting 130 million visitors a month. 130 million visitors a month. So it's interesting. Good to know. Most of the traffic on Medium comes from search results, which is great. More specifically, from programming, publications. Good for devs, bad for others. Medium is bouncing 73% of its traffic. 73% of visitors who primarily come from search engines come and take one look at a homepage and then leave again. The bad, after breaking down the dreadful and ugly numbers, let's talk about the bad things that are happening right now. Personal blogs are booming. Although top writers such as Nicholas Cole. So I just want to say something about this. As far as the Medium numbers, 70% of the visitors. After breaking down the dreadful and ugly numbers, talk about the bad things that are happening. As far as the traffic is concerned and Medium growth, I believe that a very big problem on Medium right now is that I am not incentivized as a writer to bring in outside views. I get paid more from Medium when I capture views from existing subscribers. Sure, if I convert an outside reader to an existing subscriber, then I can make a couple bucks continuity from the referral program. Still feels like it's just easier and more lucrative for me to focus on the traffic, buyer traffic already exists on the platform. Bro, Medium needs to focus more on incentivizing writers, bring in outside traffic. Yeah, I mean, I could say a lot about this subject actually. So yeah, okay, let's read the rest of this article. Strong competition. The social media clover leaf for bloggers shows more and more platforms, Simile, and many, many more. All these platforms are competitors of Medium. The platforms you mentioned, Teal, Feed, Substack, Vocal, Newsbreak, Twitter, Hub Pages. Those guys are not anywhere near the level of Medium. You know, and we could break this down, right? To make sure that I know what I'm talking about. But Simile, I've never even been to some of these websites she's talking about, honestly. Simile. Simile. I'm confused. I'm confused. What is this website? Simile blogging. Oh, I know what it is, man. I'm spelling it wrong, aren't I? You know. So it's probably simile.com. I'm just kind of like trying to understand what I'm trying to understand about this website, you know? This is what happens, man. I get into these I start reading these articles and I mess up my productivity because I instead of focusing on getting 5 of them done, like I get really, really, caught up with just the one and I don't get everything done that I want to get done sometimes. Okay, there it is, guys. Simile.co is the website we're looking for. And I'm just kind of curious about this. We're going to use SimilarWeb. We're going to see what traffic this is getting. Simile dot Simile.co. Simile.co. So I'm pretty sure none of these, you know, Simile.co. I mean, they're not even a blip on the radar, man. Oh, you know what, man? I'm tripping, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm I'm tripping. My bad. Let me Let me get back to here. I'm messing it up, guys. I'm messing it up, man. There it is right there. I keep on wanting to put an E, you know? It's simile, like, doesn't have an Y in it, man. It has an a E in it. So, like, I'm keep on spelling it wrong. Man, Simile has 79,000 visitors a month. I mean, it's not the same level. 79,000 visitors a month, man. I mean, it's not even Simile. 79K a month. I think Vocal's 2 million. Vocal's 2.2 million. So, you know, Vocal 2.2. Let's get the rest of them, man. Teal feed, and I gotta like, I see, I gotta like, I mean, look at that. The Simile, that's basically a medium clone, isn't it? It's kind of a medium clone. It's exactly what it is. It's a medium clone. It's even got the similar font. Um, so let's look up Teal feed real quick. So Teal feed, and that's pretty straightforward. So let's get over here. Okay, let's see what we're talking about. 135,000 visitors a month. I mean, we're not talking about the same level. It's nowhere near the same level, man. Substack's going to be a little bit better. That's for sure. Yeah, let's look at Substack real quick. We're going to go through these real quick. We're going to go through these, and you know, it's going to be fine. Substack. I think Substack is like, you know, it's like 40 million or something. It's 43.2 million. So, you know, it's not okay. So, but right now, if you add all these up, you're not getting what Medium gets a month. It's not even the same. They're not even on the same level, man. Not at all. Uh, news break. Okay, news break. Okay, let's just go ahead and I'm trying to understand. Okay. But what is like I just want to see like I'm trying to understand because that's like a website for that's like a website for the creators of Newsbreak. But Newsbreak itself, you know, I don't know that like let me just let's look at Newsbreak. Maybe Newsbreak is major, you know. Yeah, it's not, man. It's 16.4 million. This is not the same. This is the difference between hype and reality, right? So, Twitter. I know Twitter's not on the same. Twitter is actually Twitter, but I don't think Twitter's a direct competitor. Twitter's more like 16. Twitter's more like 6 billion. Twitter is not a competitor. Twitter actually helps Medium. A lot of people who 7.1 billion on Twitter. So, 7.1 billion visitors a month. However, it has a direct affinity to the users on Medium. Many people who use Medium also use Twitter. And that platform can be very synergetic with Medium. Don't feel it's a direct competitor. Uh, let's see. What the hell else was she talking about? Hub pages. I mean, you can't. So this aspect of what she's saying is like ridiculous. That's my feeling on it. $2 million. 2 million, man. 2 million. It's not the same thing. If you add traffic up from all those sites, still doesn't equal oh my goodness. All right. Medium.com. It doesn't equal the 137 million people that are visiting Medium every single month. It doesn't equal the 137 million people visiting Medium every month. Twitter gets 7 billion visitors a month, however, has a direct affinity to users on Medium. Many people use Medium, also use Twitter, and that platform can be very synergetic with Medium. I don't feel it's a direct competitor. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, let's finish this article. All right, unbelievable. I cannot believe I've spent a half hour on this one freaking article, man. It's unbelievable. I feel like I have not been very productive this hour. All right, all these platforms are competitors of Medium. Recently, Vocal launched their app, which shows avatars of your favorite writers. All right. Medium removed this feature, and most writers are sad about it. Some think about leaving Medium and writing on Vocal. Yeah, the people who are thinking about leaving Medium and writing on Vocal are not. They lack vision. Okay, they lack vision. All right, that's the bottom line. In my opinion, people who are thinking about leaving Medium and writing on Vocal because of some dumb. Oh man, I might get a little bit. I might need to curb it back a little bit because of some dumb avatar feature. Lack vision. There is simply way less traffic on Vocal. You cannot get as much engagement or traffic from your work there. It would be mathematically unlikely. I spelled mathematically wrong, man. I know I did. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did, man. I'm sure I did. I need a Google Assist. What? ah, this is my problem on Medium, you guys. I say things to people and it rubs them the wrong way, and then they get mad at me. So I burn bridges, man. So that's what happens to me. You know, I can't help it. That's just this is how it goes. Big publications are leaving Medium. A publication with 2 million views is gone. History of yesterday. Okay. You know what they say? Rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. Seriously, unbelievable. These writers are not, I don't know. Let's see. As you can see, Linda Carroll found out that it was the one of the traffic drivers on Medium. It was one of the traffic drivers on Medium. People actually read the stories that were shared. Why does a successful publication close? It's easy. Listen, guys, if you ever wonder why businesses close, why publications close, why anything closes, it's very simple. Things close because they're not making any money. They're not making enough money. That's why they close. You know, that's why things close. They're not making enough money, or for some, like 9 times out of 10, right? Sometimes they're making money and people just want to move on, right? But 9 times out of 10, things close because people just aren't happy with how much their energy they're putting in, how much time they're putting in versus how much money they're getting back, right? That's what I would say about that. Linda Carroll has the answer. Ongoing piracy problems. Stories are being scraped from Medium repeatedly, and they're not doing anything to resolve it. Recent changes to the algorithm don't favor his publication. I've noticed that too. In the past, all my posts that in that publication got curated. Now it's hit and miss, mostly miss. Linda, who got sometimes 20K views for stories and history of yesterday, shares. The owner moved his publication to his own domain. Now he's seeking funds to pay its writers. Yeah, and that's totally cool. You own everything on your own domain. But the problem is, you own everything on your own domain, but you're not going to get the kind of traffic you were getting on your stuff that you got on Medium. That's the main problem. People are leaving Medium. You can see this in your referred member stats. Members come and go. One of the reasons Medium's constant changes. Additionally, top writers are leaving the platform, such as Tom Krugler as of Q4 2020. Medium has 700,000 paying members. Medium reduced its staff by 29 people. Today, we made the painful decision to reduce the size by 29 people. Tony recently shared. Who are these people? These employees come from the operations, marketing, design, and creator relations team is one of them. I loved her prompt. Is one of them. I don't know who this is. She must. You know what? I gotta tell her about that because that's like part right here. Who were you talking about? Who were you talking about? These employees come from the operations, marketing, design. Looks like there was supposed to be a name for his. Yeah. Let me know. Why did Tony let them go? We found ourselves bigger than we need to be for the focused mission ahead. People are always, it's so funny when people ask questions that they probably already know the answer to. I mean, why do people let people go? They're letting people go because they're trying to reduce spending. It's quite obvious. You let people go. Let's assume that your employees are doing well. Let's assume that you like everybody who works for your business. Why are you letting them go? You're letting them go to reduce spending. Obviously, you're reducing overhead. It's not even a question you have to ask. I mean, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's like when people try to play detective, like for things that seem very obvious. It's obvious they're letting them go to reduce overhead. They probably. Let me just keep reading. The feed has changed. I tell it like it is. The new True Follow feed is totally busted and annoys me every day. I miss seeing their favorite writers faces and publications. It's not working as it's supposed to. It shows older posts from writers you follow. It does not show the latest posts. It shows your own stories. It shows stories from people you don't follow. Okay. I think all these are legitimate gripes, not just for a platform like Medium, but for a platform like YouTube, for a platform like Quora, for a platform like Reddit. These are legitimate gripes for a lot of platforms that rely on AI algorithms, right? Um, the thing about it is, leaving the platform is not really going to help because of the simple fact that, all these platforms are trying to go to AI. They're all trying to use AI algorithms to be more efficient. Their goal is to keep readers on the platform. Now, I do think that's a problem with Medium. One of their major goal, their major emphasis is to keep readers on the platform and bring in new readers, bring in new subscribers. The problem is their goal should be incentivizing writers, right? That should be their goal, because the writers are who bring in the readers. The writers are bringing in the readers. Medium needs to have a job of incentivizing the writers. So that's what it's just So, anyways, I could go on and on about it, but I got to get some stuff done. They thought I quit writing because they don't see my stories anymore in their feed. The algorithm has changed. Another thing Medium has is they're talking about algorithm has changed. Medium has a newsletter. People can sign up to your newsletter on Medium, kind of like Substack. Substack has a newsletter feature. Medium has a newsletter feature. People can sign up to be notified when you write a new article. So obviously, it's important to be talking about that in your articles. In your articles, tell people to sign up for your newsletter. I think the problem with that is, there's no way to incentivize people to sign up for your newsletter. There's no way to do it. And I should write. There's so much I could say about this story. This is a really interesting story. As far as algorithm changing and people not seeing stories, Medium needs to give writers a way to incentivize readers to sign up for their on platform newsletter. If I want people to sign up for my Medium newsletter, I need to be able to offer them something for free. Get them to do so. I really feel like Medium is not putting the writers first in a lot of situations. They are putting a heavy emphasis on, growth through new subscriber ship, not really focusing on the true catalyst for growth. That is the writers. Okay, so I'm not alone. I received tons of emails, several writers on Twitter. Here's one example. I'll tell you what, the thing is, these writers are not all marketers. They're not all business people. They're writers, a lot of them. Okay, let's look at Medium's traffic. Okay, this is Medium's traffic. Okay, over here. Now I want you to come down here and look at this traffic is fairly rock solid this year. And we see it's getting a fairly rock solid amount of traffic pretty much all year long in 2022. And a lot of that traffic is coming from the United States. Okay, this is high quality traffic. We see it's 65% male, 34% female. We see the highest demographic is these Zoomers, 25 to 34 years old, 18 to 24 years old. We see the second highest category is like more like millennials, and then we see the Gen Xers here, 10%, which is myself. Um, so we see these things, we see top categories, and we see top topics, which is this is no surprise, right? Of course, tech is going to be a top category because you have 36% Zoomers, and you got 24% millennials, and they're 65% men. So of course, tech is going to be a top category. Of course, software and news is going to be a top category. Why news? Because Zoomers are more interested in social politics. They're more interested in on what's happening right now, social justice, political agendas. They're more interested in that stuff. So of course, it makes sense, right? But if we look down here, these are competitors in similar sites. Okay, competitors and similar sites. Now, look, you got to use your brain, okay? Twitter is not the same kind of site as Medium. Reddit is not exactly the same kind of site as Medium. They're not exactly the same thing. Okay, LinkedIn is definitely, it doesn't have the same perception as Medium. These are different sites. All these sites can be used in conjunction with Medium to pull traffic, right? So, but let's look at I want to see like affinities, because like what I'm talking about is I just want to see if this will show us um I'm just kind of like looking around here because I feel like it's kind of one of those things where um pattern and similar right here. When we look at competitor, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. They have affinity category right here. Affinity, right? 100%. 100% affinity Twitter, right? 100%. Okay? Well, if you use your brain that Twitter's not the same as Medium. They're two totally different kinds of things, and you can use one in conjunction with the other. What does that mean, 100% affinity? Okay? Well, look, what does affinity mean online? Right? Right? Sorry, guys. Websites. It just means that the traffic is 100% the same, right? Um, an affinity group is a solid connection with a considerable number of consumers, which has the possibility. Okay, so like I'm not getting a good. Okay, look. What does affinity mean on similar web? Let's get really, really crazy. Okay. Affinity score available app represents the percentage of probability that the audience of the analyzed app will also use the apps listed in the table provided. Okay. It's basically saying that it is 100% likely that the people using Medium are going to be using Twitter, right? That's what I'm talking about. Reddit, 86%, LinkedIn, 85%. That means if you have a Medium account and you want to grow it, it's in your best interest to have a Twitter account, a Reddit account, and a LinkedIn account and be linked, all those things, back to your Medium account. Okay. That's what it means. So, like the fact that this article is, viewing, Twitter as a competitor to Medium is like preposterous. Like it doesn't even make any sense. So sometimes I get frustrated with these articles. But another thing is people who are really popular on Medium, um people who are really popular on Medium, I'll tell you another thing. I mean, no offense to anyone, but I don't think, maybe I shouldn't say this, you guys. I don't think, uh, but I think that just because someone is successful at writing on Medium doesn't necessarily put them, mean they have uh, knowledgeable opinions about uh, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. I'm not going there. Just forget it, man. Just forget it. All right, I'm not gonna go there. We're gonna forget about that. Uh, let's just listen, because not all writers are business people. Okay, not all writers are analytics experts. Not all writers are good at like projecting the trajectory of a business, right? You know, but it's like everybody has an opinion. I don't understand why we can't have like people who are really good at writing who can say, I'm not really a business person and I'm not really good at projecting like the trajectory of a business. So like I really don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm good at writing. I've been able to build a platform for myself here on Medium, but I don't really know, like, things seem to be changing. I'm not sure why. I don't know why people are afraid to do that. Why does everyone have to have a lot of speculation about things that they really don't know a lot about, and then like people listen to them because they have like 100,000 followers on Medium? Well, they have 100,000 followers on Medium because they're really good at writing about like weight loss, or they're really good at writing about what they did today or something. They're not really good at writing about like business trajectories or like marketing projections. They're not good at writing about that stuff. They don't write about that stuff. So why is everyone listening to them when they have opinions about that stuff? It doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. That's just my opinion, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? You have to let me know. But I feel like I'm getting kind of crazy. But I feel like I'm getting kind of off topic. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so let's let's keep going. Um, and Sarah Larkus shared in a poem. Look, she's sharing in a poem, man. What does a poem have to do with this problem? This is just a poem. She has to let go of that dream to be rich. Maybe it's the algorithm. It could be a glitch. Was that supposed to be a like proof of something? My guess is they're doing little experimentation with the algorithm, trying to un-F it from the F state it's been in since the late 2020s. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a take one step back, take two steps forward type of deal. Anyways, good news. You don't need to run away. Wow, okay, cool. You may wonder, is it a worrying time and Medium gonna die? We're all gonna die. The good news is you don't need to run away. You should stay. It's the end of Medium, as many of us know. It's the end of Medium, as many of us know it, but I still feel fine about the future of Medium. So it's not an apocalypse. However, it's a time of change. A lot of change will come, and we need to be prepared. So what's about to come to Medium within the next past month? So what's about to come to Medium within the next past months? What the hell does that mean? I don't understand why she said that. What's about to come to Medium within the next few months? Within the next several months? What the hell do you mean within the next past months? It doesn't make any sense. See, this is why I dread doing this commenting thing that I got to do. All right, Tony wants to raise the bar. Medium's new CEO gave 3 interviews. His latest one with Amar, he again emphasized that he wants to prepare Medium members. He wants to raise the bar. What could this mean? I watched all the interviews, so here's what will come or is already happening. Less curation. I've heard already from Mike Lewis that his curation rate has decreased. A lot of my students share this as well. I see it in my own stats. In Tony's opinion, Medium curated too much in the past. So if you'll get curated in the future, this will really mean something again and really drive your traffic. Think about this. Why would Curate is when Medium shares your article with other people on Medium. Okay, so Medium has a group of people that they handpick articles, and they consider them share worthy, and they share them with the community. It's like YouTube's recommended page on the homepage. There's actually a lot of similarities between Medium and YouTube. But why would they be doing this? So, like, to me, I believe they're doing it because they're trying to inspire people to go out and get their own traffic. They don't want to be the ones getting you traffic. They're trying to inspire you to bring new people into the platform. That's what I believe. And really drive your so she's saying, so if you'll get curated in the future, this will really mean something again and really drive your traffic. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I believe it's because they're trying to inspire people to go get their own traffic. So they're not going to be curating as much. External view counts. Tony wants to help writers by paying them for external view counts as well. Okay, there you go. There you go. External view counts. There you go. That means, so currently on Medium, they only pay through through the Medium Partner Program when someone who is a subscriber pays. When someone who is a subscriber to Medium, who pays $5 a month to Medium, when they view your article, you get paid for that. But you don't get paid. Like, if I share my article on like Facebook or something, and people leave Facebook and go read my article on Medium, like, I don't get paid for that traffic. Medium doesn't pay me for that traffic. So this is saying they want to help writers by paying them for external views as well. That's what they're talking about. More support for fiction and poetry writers. A lot of poetry as well as fiction writers are disappointed. Tony wants to take a deeper look and check how to help these writers. Publication matters. Their top publications on Medium, Better Humans and Better Programming from Tony, belong to them. He said he wants to support top publications more than the people who got published in them. Okay. Less experiments. I want to add that Tony recently announced that they'll be doing less experiments to regain trust to their members. Plus, he wants to partner more with the community. Medium has a reputation as a company that has tried a lot of experimental approaches. Experimenting is part of who we are. Okay. More partnership with the community. Tony arranged interviews with Zuli, Sinem, and Omar, which is great. This way he could really speak to the community and answer questions. When we experiment going forward, I'd like to see us experiment in partnership with our community. Additionally, he collaborates with Sinem and will be part of a roundtable discussion. If you want to know more about it, join, just leave a comment and I'll share the link. This could come based on Medium's acquisitions. Own podcast. To grow beyond words, Medium joined forces last year with audio-based learning platform Knowable to bring its platform to the next level. This year, he introduced the new listen feature. It's the one I was showing you guys about. Maybe soon we'll also have the opportunity to start our own podcast and read our stories. Own ebook. Did you know that Medium acquired an ebook platform? Okay. Own newsletter. Medium does not have a newsletter. Last year, they acquired Projector, a multimedia design platform. This could mean that they'll improve their newsletter feature to compete with Substack. The bottom line, guess what happened when REM played It's the End of the World as We Know It live for the first time? The audience reacted with a party vibe that threw off the band. Haha. They thought the apocalyptic texts would elicit a more muted response. As far as I'm concerned, I was frustrated about my lower reads and reading time, but then I felt bad about my feelings. Medium is a place where the audience is already there. People come here to read. Right there. Medium is a place where the audience is already there. People come here to read. You can get paid and benefit from all the good things here from day one, and as soon as you have 100 followers. Community feedback, experimenting, public building protection, reputation, building trust, gaining confidence. This is Medium. We need to embrace the good, the bad, and ugly. I want to come back to the initial question. Is it a worrying time, and is Medium going to die? As far as I'm concerned, I think it's an evolution. Okay? Things change on Medium. We adapt and move. We need to talk about the changes and share our feedback with Tony, his team. We need to recommend and refer Medium. We need to trust the process of Tony. Otherwise, we'll be lost. I'm curious, what do you think about the future of Medium? Wow, that was a long, holy crap, guys. Wow, that was a long, man, Christina, man, she destroyed my productivity today. This article, it just knocked me out, man. Unbelievable. All right, let's post this crap. All right, let's go ahead and. All right. Wow. Okay. Clever title. Like Iron Wells. Great band. My favorite record is Hi-Fi. Really quick question. Using blah 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 blah. Anyways, as far as the traffic, guess to grow medium needs to focus more on measure two. As far as visitors a month, there are some numbers taken from similar All right, now, okay, so boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you know what? I'm good. You know what I need to do though? This little quotation thing. Let's put this in italics, okay? And yeah, you know what? I'm kind of frustrated to be honest, guys, because let's go ahead and respond. Oh man, I'm so annoyed right now. God, man. All right. Time to fess up on this one. All right. All right, guys. Boom. All right. That's an hour. And you know what? Let me just say this. Let me look through comments real quick. Okay. Okay, let me go through comments, guys. There's a lot of comments. I haven't looked at a lot of comments, so okay. My favorite method, my favorite method to stay focused is the Pomodoro method. Set a timer for 25 minutes, focus on one task for that time. No Facebook, no YouTube, no TikTok, just the task you're working on. Timer goes off, take a 5 or 10 minute break. Right, Pomodoro method. This is a famous method. Very good point. This is a good way to do it. Absolutely. Okay. We got Derek Jordan in the house. What's up, man? All right, Derek. Rebalancing. All right, cool. Love your done for you newsletter packages, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Um, is this a response article or medium content repurposing? Yeah, you know what? This is I don't know. That was a good question, Daryl. I don't know. I think it's funny that you say this. That you question. I think it's funny that you're questioning like what exactly that article was because I found myself doing the same thing as I was posting that comment. I was like, what? What did I just read? Like what was happening? There was a lot to unpack in that article. It went in a lot of different directions. There was a lot to unpack. I don't agree with like over half of it, and yeah, it was really weird. But what can you say? Twitter supports medium writers, though. Exactly. They absolutely do. Or medium writers find audience traction on Twitter. Exactly. That's exactly right, Derek. You're exactly right, man. You're exactly right. Substack is what 30 for 30 shippers use. Start testing newsletter subscriptions leveraging Twitter profile, though. Interesting. Okay. All right. You are not alone. All right. Yeah, that's how the word's spelled, too. Okay. You know what I got to do, guys? I got to start checking my comments a little bit more because I'm getting behind on the comments. It's in the ecosystem. They have synergy. Yeah, they do have synergy. I know what Derek's talking. He's talking about the Twitter and the Reddit and the LinkedIn and the Medium thing together, how they have synergy. Yeah, they do. That's exactly right. Hub Pages is last century's 2000s. Yeah, I agree. Hub Pages is older, right? Hub Pages feels like it's in decline a little bit. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think that's true. I think there's still traffic to be had on Hub Pages. It's just like it does feel like it's in decline. That's how it feels. It feels like the world has kind of moved on, right? That's kind of how it feels. Like Squidoo. Yeah, exactly. What is fire? Okay. Full of points and rebuttals. Yep. Content stash. I missed the first 10 minutes. All right, yeah. Well, it'll be on here, Derek. It'll be on here on replay, so we'll have it up. Big Dominus in the house. Dominus changed his Dominus, you changed your picture, man. I like the new picture. Got the anonymous Guy Fawkes mask for a picture now. That's pretty cool. Response article. Yeah. Grammarly. Yeah, right, exactly. Get a little Grammarly going on. Hey, I've been prone to mess up my grammars too, so I can't say too much about it, I suppose. Eggs break when you break, bro. You about to drop a Medium content kit? I don't. You know what? Okay, I'm writing a newsletter right now. It's called Medium Money, and I'm gonna talk to people about how to make money on this platform, Medium. That's what the newsletter is all gonna be about. It's gonna be 14 emails about how to make money and how to drive traffic with Medium. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. All right, let me get through some of this stuff. Everything, success and fails. Plenty of real good writers just beginning to gain traction on other platforms. Medium, though, a lot of bias in this piece. Yeah, exactly. Great stuff, Cameron. Enjoy the show. Hey, thanks, Mormo. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thanks so much. I like Medium a lot. As a writer, I recently got suspended and as yet have not had support response. That's messed up, man. That's not cool. My mode of writing has been the same for around a year, but hey ho, we'll try again. As having lost my pen, I have lost my will to read, and I like the topics that follow. Yeah, I think that they're what you let me know if you're still on here. Let me know what you got suspended for. I'd love to hear what you got. What if they even told you? They might not even have told you what you got suspended for. So I don't know. They gave me a warning because um, I didn't agree with some of the views. Like there's a lot of like stuff on Medium about like LGBTQ community and like just social justice type stuff. And it was just kind of like some of the stuff I felt was just like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I just thought some of it was kind of whack, man, to be honest. And I was like, when I expressed my opinion about it, like I got an email from Medium saying I can't say things about stuff like that because it's like considered hate speech or something. Just because I disagree with something somebody says is considered hate speech, I guess. So I don't know. It's so crazy. I've never been accused of hate speech in my life except for Medium. So yeah, I don't know. You got to be careful what you say on Medium about like, you know, social justice type situations. You got to be careful what you say. Um, Although I will say that like I don't know what I ain't even gonna get into that. That's so crazy, man. That's so crazy. That's just a sign of the times right now. That's not just Medium. That's just a sign of the times. The world is really weird right now, but whatever. For the sake of narrative, I don't know what you mean by that. For the sake of narrative, I'm not sure. I got mixed up, man. You guys know what? I gotta start checking. I gotta come back to my comments like every 10 minutes or so. I need to come back to them and or I just need to have them pull up on a separate screen so I can look over the comments while I'm doing this. I might do that. I might set up another screen over here so I can have the comments on one screen and then I'll be working on the other screen. I think that would be actually really productive. I should probably do that. Um, yeah, I'm subbed to a handful. Cool, man. Bonuses delivered via external email list, though. Writer may not be there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. They need to do something. They need to do something. I mean, I can send people to my own autoresponder, but like, I just think it's just kind of one of those things where, uh, if Medium's trying to grow the platform, they need to do more for the writers. That's what I think. Like for instance, they need to set up like a second tier system. They need to set up a second tier system where like you can like right now they got this tipping system, right? They just came out with this tipping system. If people aren't going to tip you, dude, I mean, why would people tip you if they're already paying $5 a month for the privilege of unlimited reading on this platform? What is the reasoning behind tipping you? It doesn't make any sense. Now, if you allow people to have some kind of value proposition, where like if I say, okay, if you tip me, then you get access to this extra content the only people who tip me get access to. Like if Medium sets up some kind of tier 2 system like that, for the writers, I think that would help a lot. So personally, but they don't do anything like that I've seen in the last 3, 4, 5 months, whatever, Ecosystem, digital ecosystem. All right, very cool. Safe space. Yeah, safe space, exactly. Truth, maintaining the authoritative view. Yeah, I don't know. Commenting gig. Your process has a lot of fact finding and truth digging. Yeah, you know what, man? I got caught on that article. I really did. And I think that man, especially when I'm doing these 1 hour thing, I need to make sure that I'm picking smaller articles, because responding to some of these big long articles is, I need a timer within a timer. I got my 1 hour timer, then I need a little 5 minute timer. I can only spend 5 minutes an article, you know, something like that. But I definitely got my my productivity wrecked today, for sure. Dominus should be see about shifting into micro content on Twitter. Okay, there you go. If you're still reading this, Dominus, you might check that out. Oh yeah, definitely biased writing in some areas over there, for sure. No, they didn't say. Just maybe in breach of terms. Yeah, read them top to bottom and don't think I breached anything. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're tripping over there sometimes. I mean, it's crazy the way they act sometimes. But I mean, it's just a good place for traffic, so it's hard to just not use it. Great approach and results for the time frame, though. Yeah, I mean, thanks, Derek. I didn't get accomplished everything I wanted to get accomplished. Yeah, no doubt, man. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Let me share my screen one more time. And we're gonna just we don't need this anymore. And this right here, there it is, guys. We got one comment done on Medium, man. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. So you know what? We'll see. I definitely didn't get to do everything I wanted to do in this hour. This has been a really good example of how sometimes your time can get away from you. Thanks and appreciate your time and live process. Yeah, of course, dude. No problem. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out and chilling with us on this Action Takers Club episode. This has been a good episode to kind of demonstrate how time can get away from us, you guys. You set out to do a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time. And if you're not really, really careful with your time, if you're not really vigilant about what you're doing, time will run out and you won't have gotten half the things done that you want to get done. And that's kind of what happened to us today. So here's what we're going to do. The goal is on Friday, on our next Action Takers Club, we absolutely must finish all the tasks in the queue. All of it must be finished. All right. It is absolutely a high priority that it all gets finished. Derek says, got to simplify, definitely simplifying the action taking methodology. Absolutely. Appreciate your work, man. Thank you, Derek. Thanks, Dominus. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Shane, Mormo, everybody else who hung out with me today. You guys all rock. It's an honor and a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Listen, if you take nothing else from the show, take this away from it. Get out there, take some action. If you move your business forward, you will succeed. It's only when you stagnate that nothing happens. That's all I got. I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace, everybody.